This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. All right, so Kodak Black shoots his shot with Selena Powell and got the number because, you know, she's got to add more onto the roster, okay? Now, it was a little awkward because, see, Little Meech did the stream with Dean and Adrian Broner. They've all smashed Selena Powell. Remember, Little Meech was getting money from Selena Powell. She was buying him stuff, paying his rent as they were running out of cash. Little Meech and Big Meech have a new idea to get money. It's going to be streaming. Adrian Broner and Dean set them up with streaming accounts on Kick. Oh, man, you can't make this stuff up. Big Meech is going on 70, and now he's going to be a streamer, okay? Now, he did a lot of lying on the stream. We'll get to that later. But, you know, and I don't know, man. Big Meech and Little Meech just ruined their careers, bro. Like a long time ago. We know that's over. So, Adrian Broner was like, oh, I look up to Big Meech. You look up to a drug dealer, bro? Like, we were all inspired by the money back then. But, like, when you really look at the whole thing, it's like drug dealing doesn't add up, you know? Like, you lose it all in the end. But Adrian Broner announces that he will be sober to prepare for his next fight, set up by Floyd Mayweather's old manager, Al Heyman. Who thinks that he's going to actually be able to get himself together and do this fight? I hope so. I would hope so. Listen, I'm rooting for him. But he lost his last fight that was set up by Don King. And it seemed like he was really focused for that. He just might not. You know, sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you. This goes for a lot of sports, okay? It's very rare that you can get knocked down and have the same confidence getting back up. Adrian Broner got knocked down. And it's hard to get that same confidence back, I think. You know, that goes for a lot of things, you know. Once you lose your confidence with a lot of things, it's kind of over. It's hard to get that back, especially with sports. I mean, he's in a contact sport. You know, it's like, we'll see. I'll be hoping that he wins and he can get back in shape. I think he has like 4 or 5 months to get back in shape. But he did a lot of damage. Like, he was a drunk for years. So, back in 2015, Jay-Z announced Tidal. He got Usher, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Madonna, Deadmau5, Kanye West, and J. Cole all to sign on. They all got shafted in the end. They put their equity they put up was their celebrity. Instead of getting paid to promote it, they put their celebrity up. Jay-Z had a minimal investment, and he took over the company. It was some other company before that. They called it Tidal. From this, Jay-Z dropped an album. They got multiple investments. One being Sprint at the time, or was T-Mobile? It was Sprint, I think, right? And they invested $200 million for a third, which valued the company at $600 million, right? Years later, Tidal failed and was eventually sold to Block for $250 million, and Jay-Z sold everybody out. And when he sold everybody out, he did it for a board seat on Block. Block is Square and Cash App. Smart move on Jay-Z's part, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Ruthless. But, you know, a lot of people were like Nicki, this is where her beef stems from with Jay-Z, amongst other things. I think partially Kanye. Kanye, multiple things. Jay-Z wasn't there for him when he, you know, had problems. He thought he had a friendship with Jay-Z. That's the hardest part about doing business with people. You think that you guys are really friends and you're not. One person might feel like they're a friend and one person is just business to them, you know? Jay-Z is an example of, like, pretty much everything he does is business. I don't even know if maybe his marriage is business to him. I don't know. I don't know Jay-Z. I've only met him twice in my life. I've met Jay-Z, and not enough to even have a real conversation with him, So I don't know how he is. That's a conversation for somebody who really knew him. Adrian Broner and Dean call out Little Meech, saying they're messing. He used to mess with their girl Selena Powell, and it was a joke. They were like, "Oh, I see you raking in the backyard. It's all good, man." They had a little joke about everyone. Bro, everybody slept with Selena Powell. Everybody. I think my dog has had a relationship with her too. Like everybody has. Drake got Jay-Z to take the bait. So Jay-Z dissed Drake. He dissed Dame Dash. He dissed Tory Lanez. I think he even dissed Gilly about that when he was mentioning the Rock Nation brunches. He dissed everybody. We already went over that in another video. I'm not going to break it down again, okay? He dissed Kanye. I know Kanye's furious, but Kanye did something Jay-Z can't do last night. He sold 120,000 tickets in Turkey. Jay-Z can't do that. Jay-Z can't sell 150,000 tickets in LA like Kanye just did. He doesn't have the draw anymore. He can only do smaller things like the Roots Picnic, which is still big, but it's smaller. And he's going to be able to do, for sure, he'll be able to go back to New York and always sell. But like when you're global, it's different. Jay-Z's like, he's going to get a lot of support in certain cities. And a lot of people support him because he's married to Beyonce too. That helped. That didn't hurt. I'll tell you that much. LeBron posts up the Jay-Z Roots Picnic freestyle where he's dissing Drake. I know he loves that because he hates Drake. He's team Rockefeller. There's a circle. It's a lot bigger than I'm going to describe right now, but it's Jay-Z, The Breakfast Club, which includes Charlemagne, LeBron, certain music execs. Like they're in a pool where they, all aligned. Kendrick's in this pool. Meek Mill wishes he was in the pool, but he wasn't smart enough to do it. Because he got let go by Jay-Z. He got let go by Rock Nation. He still was at they're still cool, obviously. He was at the picnic. He wants to be cool with Jay-Z, but he didn't have what it takes to be part of Rock Nation and build. And have you noticed that Rick Ross and Jay-Z forever were severed after Meek Mill signed to Rock Nation? There was a divide between Jay-Z and Rick Ross that Rick Ross never speaks about because he was signed to Def Jam by Jay-Z. So there's a loyalty there that he'll never speak about that. But we know Jay-Z did try to take Meek Mill from, just like he took Meg Thee Stallion from Crawford, he took Meek Mill from MMG. It's true. The Rap About It podcast acts like they do McDonald's for the day. For some reason, they thought this was fun. I guess they're trying to stream now too. Nobody recognized them. Isn't that funny? Like when other people do the McDonald's thing, where they're the people in the drive-thru can't believe. Oh my gosh, it's such and such. With these guys, nobody recognized. They were like, oh, jeez, I guess Mano really fell off. Give me my fries, man. Maybe Fabulous will be the only one they recognize, but he didn't really work the window like that. Jay-Z disses, yay, we know that. He says, y'all thugs with y'all thumb again. Everybody thinks they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. This is the fakest thing ever. Meek Mill and Beanie Sigel. Beanie Sigel, you are not the Broad Street Bully anymore. You lost that title a long time ago when you got your head knocked off by Meek Mill, TV Bay. Right? Meek Mill ordered TV Bay to knock your head off. You got your head knocked off, and now you're bowing down to Meek Mill. I would say Meek Mill is more of a Broad Street Bully than Beanie Sigel. Beanie Sigel was there and just, yes, Meek. It's so soft, bro. I'm not saying they have to beef with each other, but you don't. Maybe you bury the hatchet and you say, you know what? We don't have to be enemies, but we don't got to be friends either. We don't got to act like we're friends. It is what it is. You did too much. Beanie Sigel was doing too much too. Let's be honest. He was playing both sides of the fence. He was siding with the game right after he had dissed the game with Meek Mill. Beanie Sigel is an emotional gangster. And that'll get you killed in most cases, you know? He's an emotional gangster. I'm not saying it will get him killed in rap, but it'll get you killed like in the streets, right? He's emotional. Oh, I don't like Meek Mill's doing this. Meek Mill didn't really support me on this, so I'm gonna quickly switch sides to the game side. You know, it's just like, dude, you got in the, I don't know. KHALED's loving that Drake got dissed by Hove. He tries to gloat. And what I don't like about this, like, was Vibes Cartel is like a groupie for KHALED. Bro, you're Vibes Cartel. This is the most disappointing thing I've seen. Vibes Cartel is Vibes Cartel, right? And you're sucking up to KHALED? He hasn't done anything for you. Put you on a song, and it didn't do well. Bro, stop. And that's about it, guys. We'll have more stuff developing throughout the day. We're going to talk more about this big meech on Dean and Adrian Broner stream and him trying to be a streamer. It's a little bit pathetic to me, but it is what it is. Some of you will be, you know, in the comments saying, whatever, you know, be a kumbaya, peaceful, look at the brighter side type of person instead of looking at reality. You can call me a hater all you want. This is called reality tubing, okay? We're spitting reality. We're spitting facts. The facts hurt sometimes. The reality isn't comfortable. I keep it real with myself, too. Yes, I do. I talk about the video days and how I fell off doing music videos. The game changed. I don't blame anybody else but myself. You got to blame yourself, man. You got to take accountability out here, okay?